Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Fish Room Bum. Well, today I wanted to go over some of my planted tanks and just kind of really appreciate them. I've really put a lot of work into these tanks and come to realize that it just takes time and not even planning, although some planning is definitely required to make a planted tank work, with the lights and filtration and the fish. And I really like these planted tanks. Um, I would say because they're just so cool looking. I love watching the fish. It's extremely peaceful and relaxing, and the fish are just they're amazing in terms of their appearance. And I like the rams, especially these little Bolivian rams. They have such a great personality. I've had this Bolivian ram. She's just about 4 years old, and her mate recently died, so I got her another little buddy. And it was kind of funny because for almost a week she just sat on the bottom of the tank after the other one died. And it's like she didn't know what to do because she didn't have anybody left to spar with. Anyway, so this tank has some minnows. These fish are awesome. I think these minnows are like literally like $1.99 each, and they have such awesome, vibrant colors. At night you can see them even more, but they have like um, reds and their fins. If I can get really close here, you can see what I mean. But look at the white tips on that fish. I mean, look at the colors. That's just a little minnow. Just a beautiful fish. Trying to get close, so sorry about that. But I wanted everybody to be able to appreciate the coloration on these fish. And I know this tank does have some green dust on it, but just haven't got the time today. But I love the little things. Like, I've really come to appreciate the snails in a tank and their wool. I really like these little golden algae eaters. Quote, when they're small. Um, Not really too cool with their aggressive behavior when they get older. They are extremely aggressive, and if you don't believe me, just let me know, and I'll share some footage with you on just how aggressive those golden algae eaters can be. Look at that crypt. Looking pretty good. There's my German gold ram right there. He's just a little guy. Beautiful fish though. And then, let's see. Got a pretty good variety of plants in here. This tank was originally just a bunch of pots, and some of these plants need a little bit of help, a little TLC, but just have to get to it. I'm going to move on here to my other tank. So I've got a bunch of Panda Corridoras in here, um, and there's a ton of Zebra Danios in here, and I just trimmed the holy hell out of this tank. So that's why it looks kind of torn up over here. I've got to clean up this star grass a little bit more. But it was literally almost all the way to the top of the tank. And with this tank, I'm using an under gravel filter in an attempt to have a somewhat, I want to say anoxic, but it's not really an anoxic tank, but it does have some of the elements of an anoxic tank. So it's not truly an anoxic filtration, but it's like a partial. And just, I mean, obviously it's not anoxic, but there's the under gravel with a tiny little filter over there. And I don't want to get too much into filtration with this tank. I just kind of want everybody to be able to look at it and appreciate it. And it's not as clean as it, was before. It's definitely looked better. But I just like watching the fish, especially the Corydoras. Just kind of, flutter around. Let me find a Corydora, and then we can just kind of watch them. And you'll know what I mean here. I mean, you could literally just sit here and watch this tank, and it would be totally peaceful and relaxing. And look at that. Look at all those cool little fish. And people that love aquariums, stuff like this, even when this tank isn't even remotely clean, I mean, it definitely could use some TLC right now in terms of gold dust algae. But just taking it in, watching all the little guys swimming around. I do like these zebra danios. They are extremely resilient fish. If you take good care of these zebra danios, believe it or not, but these things will live, like seriously, 6, 7, longer years. I have 2 zebra danios in here that are over 7 years old. They've just been well taken care of, and they're happy. And there are about 7 panda Corydoras in here. Alright everybody, thank you for tuning in, and until next time, this is the Fisherman Bum signing off.